Hi guys, it's Ruby from Oofy Scraps, and I'm back with another 12 by 12 layout video for you guys. Today I'm doing another page for my own 2020 album. I was going to say 2019. It's 2020. And it's also from my birthday trip. So this is when we were actually at the campsite camping, and it's a photo of everyone who came with us in the first photo, and the second photo is just me and my brothers. So the whole group was me. Well, actually, we're missing a brother. Me and three of my four brothers, and my boyfriend and two of my brother's girlfriends. The other brother's girlfriend was out of town. So we all went camping, not too far from where I was living at the time, and we stayed for 2 nights, I think. I stayed for 2 nights. My boyfriend and I got there a day early because it was closer for us, and then they all came and stayed for one night, and we stayed in these little canvas tents, and it was super duper fun. So it was like, not too big of a trip because it wasn't super far for us, and it was somewhat glamping. We didn't have to bring too much camping supplies, so it was the perfect little trip, and it was super fun. So yeah, so these photos are a little warmer than I tend to scrapbook. So it was a bit of a challenge for me, and I also wanted to do two 5x7 photos on one spread. So I do often do multiple photo spreads, but I don't often do two. I don't think I've ever done two 5x7s. So this is a bit of a challenge, but it's also nice because the bigger your photos are, the less room you have to cover with other things. So it kind of made it a little bit quicker. I mean, I still spent like 30 minutes on this, so it wasn't super fast, but still. So I matted them both with the same paper, but same pattern of paper, but two separate mats, and then I'm going to mat both of those onto another paper so that they're like connected together, but they still have their own separate mats technically. So yeah. And I did edit these photos a little bit. I posted them on my Instagram, so I had them edited with a bit of a filter from that. And it's something I always think looks really nice because you can, adjust the brightness and, change whatever, the contrast, shadows, whatever you need to do just to make it a little bit nicer. But it's not something I do for all my photos because I often order, like I just ordered 130 new photos. I wasn't going to sit there and go through each photo and edit them separately. But it is a bummer sometimes because, when it's on your phone, it looks nice, but sometimes when you print it out, it doesn't look as nice. It looks even worse when you print it sometimes, like super dark or discolored or whatever. So, yeah. Because this is not a color scheme I'm normally working in, I have less supplies to use. So it was a little bit tricky trying to find paper. I ended up using this paper from a pad. I think it was a Recollections paper pad. I don't know. It's kind of old. And it kind of looks like, I don't know what it's called. There's like a place in Utah that has these, maybe Antelope Valley? I might be making that up, but it looks sort of like the inside of these like bright orangey caves. I don't know. I thought it was cool. And I couldn't see myself using it on a different kind of how else I would use it. So I ended up using that paper. And then I've got some scrap paper from various other layouts that I was using. And sorry, I just had a total brain fart. So I'm adding some of that in, and I know that I have this pack of the set of stickers. They're like chipboard stickers that are camping themed. So they say like adventure, explore, camping, whatever. So I knew I was going to use those, and I wanted my title to be Camping Adventures. So because I had this glittery thicker set that had different words, and one of them says adventure. So I thought that would be a cute title, even though it's not the craziest adventure. We're literally standing in the campsite taking photos, but that's okay. It was a cute title, so that's what I went with. Yeah, so here I am using my punch again. It's funny because I told you guys that I hadn't used this in a long time, and I think I've used it in every video now, but I'm glad I'm getting some good use out of it. It seems like I only use the scallop border, and it might be my favorite. I also really like the lace scallop border, the one that has like the punch outs in it, or the cutouts, I don't know what you'd call it. But I wanted to use the like bunting edge. I don't know what you would call it. It's like V's instead of scallops, but it just seems too aggressive. I don't know. I feel like the scallops are softer. It's more of an organic shape. And then I'm using this washi tape again. This is, I think, my favorite washi tape. It's just like a bit of a soft off-white with a bunch of tiny gold arrows on it. I really, really like it. It's just the perfect amount of gold. I also have a solid gold washi tape, and it's too much sometimes. And this one's also thinner than the gold one, so I like that too. So yeah, so this is the sticker pack. It's a Thickers sticker pack, and it has a bunch of different words. And then there's my camping sticker. And it's this kind of like off shade of green, which I pulled from like the grass because of whatever filter I put on the picture. It's kind of like a yellowy, kind of like very muted pastel lime green, which I know that's the opposite of what lime green is, but if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm just sticking this out, and I was trying to make sure that I had it because I wanted to spell it from the last word from left to right to left to make sure it ended at the right spot. But the letters were really tall, so I wanted to make sure I didn't put them too high up and then it would bump into the camping. And then I thought, oh, I'll just scooch the camping up to be sure. And then it was way too stuck down. Those camping pack stickers were very sticky, very strong, which is kind of surprising because they're pretty old, I think. I find that the older my stickers are, they just don't want to stick anymore. They like give up their stick. But not these ones. These ones are very strong. So, yeah. And I like the idea I did this where that was not English. I like what I did here with the layout because it's very centered. Everything was, mirrored, and what is it called? Things are mirrored. I don't know what the word is. But anyways, so I wanted to get off of that perfectly. Oh, symmetrical is the word I was looking for. I wanted to get away from the super symmetrical thing because I think it just gets boring and it limits you. So I added that little step down to the right with the plaid paper, and then I added a tiny strip of it to the top left to kind of balance it out. And I did kind of have this setup where I wanted it to be kind of a Polaroid-esque layout where it's like, you know how Polaroids are like a square and the bottom like edge is wider than the top and the sides. So that was kind of my layout inspiration, I guess. I just think it looks nice. And then I'm pulling out some tag options. I also have a little piece of some thick brown cardstock. I really love like craft paper, that color. I have a bunch of spreads where that's just the background paper's craft. I think it looks really nice, especially with mist on it. I think it looks really nice. But yes, I picked this. It's from a cut apart sheet, that brown, off brown tag. And then I created my own little tag, which I do this all the time. And also, this is my super janky. That was like a binder clip 3-hole punch from like middle school, but I lost my single hole punch, so I just use that to poke holes when I need to punch holes for my tags. And then another one of my little camera paper clips that I love so much. When I bought those, there was also butterfly paper clips and something else. And I almost got them, but I don't know, I feel like I wouldn't use a butterfly, so I didn't get them. But I really like the cameras, so maybe if there was like hearts or stars or something like that, I would get more of those. But yeah, and then I'm using this twine. It's kind of like a jute twine, and it's an ombre from like shades of beige to green to brown, so it was very perfect for this page. And I twisted up like 3 strings of it, so it'd be thicker, and I'm just looping that through my little tag. And I end up using way too much, so I have to go back and trim it, but that's not a big deal at all. It's better to have too much than too little, I think. And then, yeah, I'm just fussing with it. I have a hard time adding ribbon because you need to like pull it tight, but then sometimes it rips the paper. It's kind of a bit of a struggle. And that's the rest of that camping paper sticker set I was talking about before, just there on the right. So now I'm fussing with this little paper. It was a pretty thin strip and I wanted it to really show, so I pulled it up to where you could see like the seam of it and then just covered that all with more of that pretty washi tape. And I think it looks good. You'll never know. There's a lot of secrets in scrapbooking. Some big juicy secrets like that. So I'm trying to figure out how to stick my tag, where I want it to go, kind of mess around with that. Lots of fiddling. But yeah, I got a little nervous when I was doing this page because I was like, what the heck am I going to do with this weird color scheme? But it ended up coming together. I just added lots and lots and lots of embellishments. And then I have these stars, and they're too big at first, but I end up making it work. I use a smaller one at top. Yeah, there you go. And this bigger one down there. I also don't end up writing anything on my journaling card. That tag is a journaling. It has like lines on it for journaling because I need to look up the date and the proper name of the campsite we were at, so I didn't want to do that until I knew for sure. So I end up doing that. Actually, I haven't done it yet. I will end up doing that eventually. So now I'm just pulling out some more embellishments. I grabbed these wood veneer leaves because it feels very fall, but this is actually in January and I don't want it to look like it was fall because my birthday's in January, so it'd be weird if I had like a fall birthday party when my birthday is not in the fall. So I ended up going with arrows. I felt like it was a little more neutral. And I ended up adding a bunch of arrows onto this page. Grab my flare badges, but none of those match or make sense. Also, if you guys were wondering, that little container that's straight ahead of me, it's from Michaels, and it actually only comes in one solid color, so like you can get all white or all of that minty aqua color, but I have two of them, so I mix the drawers up so it looks like that. But it's from Michaels. I got it on sale, and I think they're really cute for embellishments. It makes it really easy to see them and grab them, and you can actually pull those little containers all the way out of the little, I don't know, set, I guess? I don't know what it's called. And you can take them out and like be able to have easier access to it, even easier. But I really like that. So I've got like clips in there, paper clips, clothespins, all my wood veneers, some random other embellishments. But yeah, it's just very handy. And you can use it for anything, really. So now I'm going through, and the fun part begins, all my little embellishments. I added a little clothespin that I think says smile on it. And more arrows, and then I have some tiny word stickers. I end up putting on something about memories, like memories together. I don't know, the screen that I look at while I'm recording the voice part of these videos, it's way too small to see what's really going on. But I put 3 on, I know that. Two of them are something about memories. And I don't know what the other one says. But anyways, not important. Add word stickers, they're fun. Just little sentiments to add more to the feel of the page and the memory. And then I add a little tag. I thought I was going to use the black one, but then I decided that I should use, there's one with like a rose gold outline, and it's similar to the shade of the alphabet stickers that say adventures. And I think I'm going to put the date / and or the location on there. And then this is a sticker book. I don't know what the brand is. But it's actually for planners. Like, it's for a planner. It has like little checklists and little things to say like, don't forget, or appointment and stuff like that. But there's so many stickers for all different holidays. And there's also just like hearts and stars and leaves and things like that. So I really, really like it. And I've even been able to use some of like the planner ones. Like there's one that says remember, and there's one that says today. And I just put that on like a special memory, like remember today together. I don't know. But I really like it. They're super flat and fun and easy to use and pretty small for the most part. And there's vellum stickers too. So they're like sheer, which is pretty fun. There's also like strips that are kind of like, they're not washi tape, but they're big sticker strips that are kind of like washi. You can use them the same as washi. And there's flags, and this is like a little tab that says today, and I really love tabs. So yeah, I've gotten a lot of use out of that already, and it's nice because it's like holiday themed. There's pretty much every different kind of color scheme you could think of. There's, you know, fall, quote unquote, fall colors, summer colors, winter, all that stuff. So yeah, those are like the little dots, and they're like, I think for like appointments, like dinner date, doctor's appointment, but I put the like heart, which maybe is for like a date. I don't know. I put that on my page because a heart is pretty generic. And then I found another arrow. And there was a lot of this kind of like chartreusey green that was, it's my kind of pictures were sort of had that color in them. And so it was perfect for this page because that was the color scheme I needed, and I didn't have really very many embellishments with that on it. But yeah, we're getting close to the end here. And I was pleasantly surprised with how well this layout ended up going. I was a little nervous about it, but I think it turned out really good. Really well, I should say. And then, oh yeah, here we go. So I had got this set of Mr. Huey's mists, and it was a set of 3, and there was like a pink and an aqua and a green. And green is my favorite color, but this is like kind of a fart green, if you ask me. But it was perfect because that was the exact green I was using on my page, so I was excited to get some use out of that. And then I couldn't resist, so I ended up using some gold Heidi Swap Heidi Shine too. But that's okay. It was fun. It was a good little combo of like earthiness and glam, I guess. So yeah, but that's the page. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.